Hello everyone, welcome to Even the Scales. My name's Donna and I'm on my channel right now to protect myself from the abuse that I'm going through in my home from the two neighbours that live downstairs from me and my landlord, who is St George Community Housing. Right now I'm being put through horrific abuse in my home. I'm being practically tortured in my home by these two people, and that's because the landlord has actually modified their home so that they have the ability to tamper with my air. Instead of everything going through their range hood and out through the roof, when these two people turn on their range hood, whatever they put through it just comes through into my home and takes over my whole unit. And that's it's only a small unit where I live, and I don't know how this is happening, but when they turn on their range hoods, everything gets diverted into the atmosphere of my home instead of going out through the roof, and it just takes over my whole unit. So last night I had to put a few posts up. I was protecting myself all day yesterday from these people. But last night, it was the predator that lives in the unit downstairs from me diagonally. He was breathing cigarette smoke into my home. He wouldn't stop. He continued that into the night until I got up and went to bed, and then he started attacking me more with cigarette smoke when I'd done that. The woman that lives in the unit downstairs from me, she's also tampering with my air this morning. She's sending dust through into my home because when she turns hers on, for some reason, dust just rains from the roof and it covers everything in my home with a layer of dust. So it's like this landlord has got nothing to lose right now because he knows he's going to jail for the rest of his life. He must be some kind of martyr because clearly he can see he's the only one putting me through abuse. He's also the only one that is able to affect me because of the way that he can abuse his power. He's rigged these homes and he's telling these two puppets downstairs to do what he says. They are being paid to do this. These two people that live downstairs from me, and there's been two other people who connect to my unit as well that have been able to do this. One of those has stopped now. But these two downstairs, they are in a lot of fear right now. They are really, really scared because they know how much they've done. If you go back on my channel and you have a look and see what these two people have done, you will be absolutely shocked by what these two people are capable of and what I have had to suffer through. For 11 months, these two people have been tampering with my air. I'm so traumatised by it. I don't know if I'll ever get over what they've done, to be honest. But there's no one to turn to for help. These two people were hired. They are hired hitmen and women. And right now, they're absolutely they're desperate. They're desperate and they're dangerous. And that's why I'm making this video, because of how dangerous these people are. They are very, very impulsive. They know I have severe PTSD. And they're panicking because they're caught. And they know I panic when they tamper with my air because of how traumatised I am by what they've done. This has gone on for 11 months. For 21 months, these two have been putting me through horrific abuse. When I moved into this unit, it was like 5 years ago now, over 5 years ago, October 2020, I moved here, and the whole contract was false. The whole lease. I was only put here as a part of a justice system cover-up. This landlord took bribes from corrupt members of the justice system to try and abuse me to death in my home. And the two neighbours downstairs, they've been involved in that since day one, since I moved in here. They have put me through cruel psychological abuse. Not only that, these two like lured me in and befriended me. That's how they're scammers. They are. And they were very, very believable. And, I thought these people were my friends, but they weren't. And there's other neighbours around here that did the same thing because they're involved too. But it's just these two downstairs that can affect my air. And they have been putting me through psychological abuse since the day I moved in, and like really premeditating it all. Everything's premeditated. And they know I have severe PTSD. So the whole objective of what they're trying to do right now is bring on a panic attack so that I either have a heart attack or a stroke. And they've done this like over and over again, like hundreds of times over the past 11 months. They're watching my heart on a monitor as they do this. And this is what makes it attempted murder. And everything is premeditated. There's been an implant placed in my body without my knowledge by corrupt members of the health system, because this is being carried out by corrupt members of the health system and the justice system. This landlord has got involved and taken bribes. Then he's paying these neighbours. Then they know all my history. They know that I have severe PTSD. So they're trying to cause this health episode, and they don't care how it happens. They're just trying to destroy my life. They're trying to make it so that I can't take care of myself in some way, or that I look crazy and they have to come and take me to mental health ward, to a mental health ward. They don't really care, but they're trying to cause me either a mental or a physical health breakdown. And they know that I have severe PTSD, and that's what makes it attempted murder. And these two, they never stop stalking me. There's also illegal cameras in my home. And these two downstairs, they are very cruel and they are addicted. They're addicted to stalking me and putting me through suffering. It's all they do. I mean, this creep that lives diagonally to me, he hasn't left his home in 21 months. That's how addicted he is. And that's because he is a predator. He is a known peeping Tom predator. And this landlord has given him cameras. The landlord has also rigged his home. And the landlord has given him everything he needs to put me through abuse 24 hours a day. And he does. That's all he does with his time. It's sick. It's really... These two people downstairs, they are very sick individuals. Very sick. But see, it's been allowed to go on for so long because there's no police to call. The police are involved. Campbelltown police are involved. They actually view into my home on these illegal cameras and watch all this happen. They've watched it happen for 21 months, maybe longer. But that's how long I've been going through like really extreme abuse from these people. That they're like every day, they live. I mean, it's their life. They live for abusing me. This is how obsessed and sick these two are. They get enjoyment out of watching me suffer. And then there's other neighbours around here that are also viewing into my home illegally, that are involved in this, that have also put me through a lot of abuse, psychological abuse. They're still trying every chance they get. And they also view into my home illegally, and they watch me go through this suffering. They've watched it happen for 21 months, and not one of them has helped. So this landlord is taking money from people. He's charging people to view into my home illegally, to watch me be put through cruelty. So this landlord is probably doing this to other people. This landlord, he wouldn't just have cameras in my home. I mean, this is someone who owns a lot of real estate. And if he's taking money from people on the dark web to view into people's homes illegally, he's doing this to other people. I also think, that well, just my opinion, I'm pretty sure he would have done this to people in the past too, like tried to abuse people to death in their homes because of the fact that he's just been so confident in doing this to me. I mean, this landlord's doing this publicly. This landlord, St George Community Housing, and the representatives that work for him that are corrupt, they're trying to kill me with an audience. And so are these two people downstairs. This is how smug they are because they know the Campbelltown police won't come and help me. If I need an ambulance, I'm in trouble because I've needed an ambulance twice here. And on both occasions, the ambulance drivers were corrupt. They were involved in this setup. What they're trying to do is set it up so that I have a mental health breakdown or a physical health breakdown. And I mean, these people downstairs, they're watching my heart on a monitor as they do this. So they're seeing my heart pick up in beat. And if they see that, then they'll both start abusing at once. Just to try and double up on the stress, just to try and deliberately cause my heart to race, to try and cause that heart attack, stroke, panic attack, mental health breakdown. They don't care. They want the ambulance to be called so that they can set it up like it's some kind of accident. And they were going to gas me because they have rigged these people's range hoods and that's directly over their stoves. So we've got corrupt ambulance drivers here in Campbelltown. I know because I've dealt with them firsthand. They also stalk me all the time when I go out. It's all to try and trigger a mental health breakdown. Then the Campbelltown police are involved. Anyone that's been involved in putting me through this abuse, I mean, the corrupt members of the justice system got the majority of the Campbelltown community involved in this 21 months ago after I wrote a letter to police at the Parramatta headquarters there. The letter was to explain all the injustices that I've been through from the New South Wales Police over the past 10 years. And that was when the abuse got worse. So there's been a cover-up. So there's no police to call. If I did need an ambulance, I'm in trouble. So I'm in a very dangerous situation. There's no landlord to call. This landlord ignores my emails. What kind of an organisation does that? But see, that's what's going straight away. That's going to be what's going to be considered when this goes to court. They're going to see that. There's so much evidence on these people. My family are involved in this. The people that brought me up, that's how this all started. They only ever took me into their care as a child so that they could steal from me, so that they could steal my legacy and inheritance. They knew that I was going to get that one day. And they have, throughout my whole life, they put me through psychological abuse. And it's just got worse and worse and worse to the point where the corrupt members of the justice system got involved. They dragged in extended family members into it all. They dragged in all my, anyone that I've been connected to. Corrupt members of the justice system and my family members that are involved in this have told lies about me to keep people away from me and to keep me purposely isolated. So I'm very isolated here. There's no one to help me here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. And that's why I had to create this channel. It's like there's some kind of order of silence over this. And these people tune into my home every day to watch me be put through cruelty because they're preying on me, that they want me to die. because they've been involved in this abuse. Like, for instance, the corrupt police and the corrupt ambulance drivers. There's been large organisations involved in this that want me to get sick and pass away because they don't want to be held accountable for what they did when I went to their business over the past 21 months. So my family members are involved. These corrupt family members, they view into my home illegally, and they are also, wishing every day that I would pass away so that they don't have to pay back that inheritance. My corrupt family members dragged my children into it and my grandchildren. They brainwashed my children their whole lives. I'm realising this now. Being alone and isolated, you have a lot of time to think, and I'm realising things now about those two that brought me up and how they were brainwashing my children from a very young age. And it's really sad. It's so selfish what they did. It really is. It's selfish and it's heartless. They sit at the head of that family, or they did, not so much now, as the matriarch and as the two matriarchs of the family, and they don't care less about that family. They do not care. They have used and abused everyone in that family. As far as the children, they've just brainwashed all my kids. They've brainwashed everybody. And this is because they're just so clever at presenting themselves as good, honest people. But they're definitely not. So that's where it all stems from. And then it just snowballed, and it got worse and worse and worse over the years until, they got the majority of the Campbelltown community involved here in it 21 months ago. I've been through horrific abuse here. I don't even know how I've survived it. And now there's only this landlord and these two people downstairs that can affect me, and they are preying on my life 24 hours a day. This is why I need urgent help. And then, there's like people viewing into my home. They know the situation I'm in. None of them help. That's here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. I'm just hoping that there are people coming forward behind the scenes that are speaking up about the truth, because, I also think that people are seeing what these two downstairs are capable of and what they're doing, and it's just really it's turning people off the whole situation. It's like I can't be put in the same basket as those two, because these two downstairs, they are capable of murder. They are cold-hearted, cruel people. And all morning, this creep has been breathing into my home, cigarette smoke. Now, he's a predator. He's viewing into my home illegally. Both of these people and other people viewing into my home illegally, into my bedroom. Last night when I went to go to bed, he was breathing smoke in, and I was having a panic attack. I don't know if anyone can, think what that would be like, but it's very traumatizing to know this disgusting thing is viewing into my home, and this landlord is going to pay for that. But anyway, he started doing that then, and this is what these people can do. They're viewing into my home illegally, into my bedroom. They watch everything I do, everything. These two downstairs, they may as well be in the house with me. They watch every move I make, what I eat, everything I do. If I go to, they take notes too, and there's other people taking notes so that they can get information, so that when I go out, I'm stalked and put through abuse. Because I was put through abuse at the Campbelltown Public Hospital, so a lot of those people don't want to be held accountable. So they're sending a lot of stalkers towards me when I go out, trying to cause me to have a mental health breakdown at the shopping centre, trying to cause me to lash out at people and harm people at the shopping centre so I look crazy. So they can do that. They can view into my home illegally. Then they can see my devices. So these people know where I'm going, what I'm doing, where I'm spending money, what appointments I'm going to. Then they're also tracking my car. They're tracking my vehicle. And this is everybody can do this. Everybody that's involved in this, and they play it like a game. And these two downstairs, because they can affect me, you know, they're just trying to win that game. There must be some kind of grand prize for the winner who takes my life. It's the sickest thing ever. And these corrupt family members have been involved in this. Then they track my vehicle when I go out. They track my vehicle and they know everywhere I go. So when I go out, it's like this chip that's been, this implant that's been implanted in my body. It shows people where I am. You know, if I'm in a store, it shows people what store I'm in. And wherever I go, I'm tracked. I'm just watched 24 hours a day by these corrupt members of the justice system. They go through my garbage. They go through everything I do. If I open up a drawer and get something out, you know, they know they just know everything I'm doing. They've tried to abuse me so much to try and get me back on addictions. They've tried to make me take up smoking again. That's probably why he's breathing smoke in my house. That's one of the reasons. And, you know, the abuse that these two are putting me through downstairs, it's not only mental abuse, it's not only psychological, it's physical, because I'm being forced to breathe in what they're sending through. Not only that, they're affecting my heart rate. So it's physical abuse. And this morning I've had like phlegm in my throat, and my throat has been like, I'm already having troubles with my throat, and like my voice I lose my voice sometimes, and that was happening this morning, and that's because of the smoke he's breathing in. So yeah, when I'm out, these neighbours know how long I'm going to be too, because they're stalking where I am. You know, they watch, and then as soon as I come back home, they start putting me through abuse again. So yeah, right now I'm going through this intense abuse from these two people downstairs. These two puppets that the landlord is using to stalk me and put me through abuse, and is using their mental disturbances like weapons. And when I write to them for help, they ignore me. So I need urgent help. I need urgent help. There's no one to help me here in Campbelltown. And if there are people coming forward with information, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you to the people who are supporting my channel. I'm very grateful. So if there's anyone out there that can help me raise public awareness of what I'm going through here, please help me. I've reached out to people in the public eye and people who are supposed to help. People going through abuse. And I've seen them help people in far less serious situations than this. So I don't know why they didn't help me, but I've reached out to several people, and I always get turned down or ignored, and that's because there's corrupt members of the justice system, the New South Wales police force and justice system that are behind this. So they bribe or they lie to get people not to help me. I'm totally isolated. The justice system have made sure every single person that I was connected to is involved. They've taken bribes. I'm now finding out that some of the people I've had in my life for 20, 30 years have been involved in this abuse for that long. They were like spies in my life. So that's what I'm finding out now too. So yes, please, if there's anyone that can help me raise public awareness, I'd really appreciate it. And if there's anyone that can help me get justice here, please contact me on the email. That will be attached to this video. I will also attach some more videos to this one that explain more about what's happened here in Campbelltown over the past 21 months, because there's been environmental crimes carried out here. This landlord, St George Community Housing, is hugely responsible for those environmental crimes because they have enabled them by placing these cameras in my home. That is what is enabling a lot of the stalking. So this landlord is guilty of environmental crimes and crimes against humanity, because that's how cruel the abuse is that this landlord has put me through. I don't know, he's some kind of madman, and he's a martyr, and he just won't stop. He's committing acts of terror on my life, and just because he's doing it just to one person, it's still terror. It's still a terrorist attack. Absolutely. So thank you if you've listened to this video. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but I have to speak about everything that's happened so that people get to see, every piece of what's happening, because otherwise it would sound quite unbelievable, and that's because of the extremes these people have gone to do this, especially the people that brought me up. So please, if you can share one of those videos too, that would really help me. But thank you so much if you've listened to this, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day.